hey there, American Farmsteadhers. This is Jenny with the Grimstead Family Farm.
And Donna with Hazel Bell Farm.
And we are coming to y'all from Northeast Florida as two American Farmsteadhers doing our best to grow our own food and share our homesteading experiences with you in hopes that you'll grow a little food of your own.
Yeah, this week we are talking in the garden still.
Yes.
Because it's March 2025 and we are in full garden mode.
Yes, spring is officially here for us anyways.
Yeah.
So you guys up north, y'all just hang on.
You're probably starting seeds north of us. So yeah, so we wanted to reach out to our new gardeners as listeners and go through what we think are the easiest and most difficult vegetables to grow to help start you off with success.
Yes, and we'll preface this with saying a lot of these are specific to the South.
Yeah.
There's some of these things on our list that are really hard for us to grow in the South just because of the heat and the humidity and the disease. So some of these on our hardest list may not be the same for you guys up north.
Yeah. Yeah,
like tomatoes.
But this is all we know is growing in Florida.
Right.
So, which I feel like is so great because so often we hear people who have moved to Florida from somewhere up north.
Yes.
And they say, gosh, back in Michigan, I could grow all the vegetables. And
right.
We're like, well, this is different,
I know. I'm always surprised when I go up to my mom and dad's up in Maine in the summer. Everybody's gardens are freaking beautiful. Like there's like no disease. They don't have blight all over them.
Wow. Wow.
I'm
What's
always
that
so
like?
impressed. And they all do gardens up there. Like her neighbors will bring her stuff all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. So this is what we know. And so this is what we can speak to, right?
Yes. The easy growers. So we're going to say the best or the easiest or the worst or the most difficult.
Okay. Let's start with the best.
Yes.
Best foot forward. Okay. First of all, I'm going to say green beans first.
Green beans are first.
I mean, anytime somebody asks what's the easiest thing to grow, I always say green beans.
Green beans are so easy, and just be careful with the variety that you're selecting. Know that there's like a bush green bean or a pole green bean.
Right.
And, some people may like one more than the other. It just depends. Like, do you want a trellis? Or do you want to bend over and pick beans?
Right. And most of your determinate beans are where they all come in into flush at the same time are going to be a bush bean.
Yeah.
So
that's usually what I do.
Yeah. If you like stragglers, you want to pick a handful of beans every day to snack on, then a trellis pole bean might be for you.
Yeah. But all in all, and very easy to start.
Yeah. Easy to start, needs like no fertility in the soil. It can grow anywhere and easy to harvest, like to know when to harvest, easy to preserve, like the easiest all around.
Yeah.
Green beans.
And that's a great way to learn how to start canning green beans.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, next.
Southern peas. Again, a very, very easy grower.
Yeah.
I grow a lot of southern peas every year because they are so good.
Yeah, so any of your dried beans that you can purchase from the grocery store in like bulk are going to fall into your shelling southern peas. So your black beans, your cow peas, your zipper peas,
purple hulls,
black-eyed peas.
Right. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's so many that you can choose from.
Yeah, again, they need nothing almost in the soil. You can grow them in a good fertile soil and they'll do better.
Absolutely.
But they're great. They're a great cover crop. They're pretty hands off. They just grow.
Yeah, they are pretty hands off. I will say in the beginning, sometimes that's usually where you see your first aphids are on your southern pea little sprouts. Like when they're super little still, some of them will get torn up by the aphids, but I just let them be.
Yeah.
They'll make it through.
You might lose a couple of beans to sacrifice to leaving them alone, and the aphids will stay there. So the others will do well.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Southern peas and green beans. What about, I kind of feel like peanuts fall into this too as a legume.
Yeah, I do feel like peanuts should be in this category. And I was super surprised the first time I ever grew peanuts, how easy they were.
I know, because it's just not something that you think of when you think, I'm going to grow a garden for the first time.
Right.
I didn't grow peanuts until I had been gardening for many, many years,
Me too.
over a decade.
Yeah.
And same thing, I had the same thought, like, wow, that was easy. They were completely hands off.
Yes.
I I didn't know when to harvest. I just decided it's been enough days after I Googled how long does it take them to grow, and thought I'd check, and we had peanuts underground, and it was like every other underground harvest, it was so fun.
They're so fun to pull up.
Yeah.
They are so fun. It's always so surprising. Like, oh my gosh, that's like a carrot, or, like digging potatoes or anything like that.
Yeah, so, super easy. Love the heat. I didn't do anything with mine.
No, like literally all you have to do is like water them for like the first 10 days until they jump up, and then you're done.
Yeah, and they work really well for a ground cover too. I'm going to use them for that purpose in my in-ground food forest area.
Yeah, I mean, they produce just a ton of foliage that takes up a good amount of space, so they're great to keep the weeds down.
Yeah, and one last note on the peanuts. So there was a question as to, do I plant the whole peanut in the shell as the seed, or do I break it apart and plant each little nut separately? Either way.
Oh, really?
Yep, either way.
I've only done it shelling them.
Yeah, I've done both.
Okay, so. Interesting. Did not know that.
Yep. Next
on the list is potatoes.
Yeah, speaking of digging for the harvest, potatoes. The potatoes are so easy. Again, surprisingly easy. Not quite as easy as some of the others we've already said.
I don't do as good with potatoes. I struggle with potatoes. They always get blight. And so potatoes are a little harder for me, but generally speaking, they're quick, they're easy.
I think that's what makes them easy, is that they're fast. I mean, I've never gotten less than at least double my yield, like to yield double my seed potato.
Yeah.
So at least double. I've had some better years too, but so for that reason, I felt like that's an easy one to grow. Potatoes and green beans work really well together, so I have those planted together in my garden.
Yep, sweet potatoes, super easy.
Nothing gets easier than sweet potatoes.
Right, sweet potatoes are so easy.
Yeah, so the cool thing about there's several cool things, but one of the cool things about sweet potatoes, they really are like a set it and forget it crop, right?
Yep.
You're going to water it, it's going to take off, and then wherever you plant it, you will always have sweet potatoes come back, because you'll never get every last little tuber.
Nope.
And I think that's a beautiful thing.
I'm already watching my area in my garden where they were last year. Yeah. I know that I'm going to have some pop up.
Yeah. So that's cool. The other cool thing is they love the heat. They're not, I mean, you'll get some bugs here and there, but they're not super prone to bug damage. They work for ground cover. You can eat the greens in the heat of summer when no other greens will grow. They're great. Sweet potatoes, easy.
Yep.
And they work well in a container too.
I've never done them in a container before.
Yep, you can do that.
Okay. Okay. We'll preface this.
Okay.
In general, peppers are kind of hard.
Yeah.
But only because I think they just take so long to get going.
Right.
The seeds are hard to germinate.
Yeah.
They take a long time to grow.
Yeah.
So, but if there's an easier pepper to grow, I would say banana and jalapeno.
Yeah. Yeah, banana peppers for sure. They're super prolific.
You get a ton.
If you're looking for instant gratification for success in your garden, go get yourself 2 little banana pepper transplants from your local big box store or nursery and plant those.
Yeah.
You will feel like a garden wizard.
They do produce a ton.
Yeah, they do.
And they're so good pickled. I love pickled peppers.
Yeah, I just like to eat them, just raw. That's how I like my bananas.
And again, okay, so
same kind of thing here.
Tomatoes. Okay. Some tomatoes can be really hard to grow in the South. It's one of those things that, I think every gardener wants to grow like that big, beautiful tomato.
The size of their plate.
Right. But that's really hard to do in Florida. So we wanted to put tomato on our list, but we had to go cherry tomato.
Yes.
To be easy.
So if you insist on growing tomatoes,
and you want it to be easy.
Yeah, choose a cherry variety.
A cherry or an Everglade.
Yeah, which is actually not even in the tomato family.
Really?
It's in the currant family.
What?
Yes. So, which is why they're so much easier.
Okay.
And so they take a little longer to germinate.
Right.
And they're a little slower to
smaller.
take off. Yeah. So like I started some with my other tomatoes and cherry tomatoes, and the Everglades tomatoes were like a quarter of the size, like the seedling plant was like a quarter of the size as the others about a month in. And I thought, oh, I'm not doing something right here, but really it's just the variety.
Okay.
So now they've caught up, and they'll take a little longer to start producing, but once they start producing, you'll have volunteers forever.
Yeah.
So they're great. Everglades tomatoes, they come in yellow and red. So
Yes.
mm-hmm.
Another super prolific thing to grow in the heat is okra.
Yes. And you said in the heat. So
In the heat.
Yeah, again, we're in the South. When it comes to be July and August, there's only a few things that I bother even trying to grow.
Yeah.
Everything else is like, if it's growing, great. If
Right.
it's not great, I'm not going to sweat it. But okra is one of those things that really just grows and it grows and it grows all the way through hurricane season.
Yeah, okra, roselle is another one of those plants that will just take off when it's so stinking hot. I started a bunch of roselle the other day.
Did you? It's on my list to do
I did.
today.
I started white and red. So not a whole bunch. I think I started 3 whites and 4 reds, which is way, I mean, I don't need.
You're going to get so much off of that.
I mean, I'll just keep one of each. I'll probably give the other ones away.
Yeah.
Because I don't need that much roselle. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So okra is easy to grow, but you have to stay on top of harvesting. They get big. The pods will get big and woody really fast. You'll get to a point where they're growing so well that you have to cut every day. And if you miss one or two, like I said, they'll get like woody, and then the plant will stop putting out new flowers. So you have to keep cutting.
Yeah. At that point, they're starting to turn into seeds.
Which I feel like is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd say that's the hardest thing about okra is just keeping up with the harvest when they're young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Next are going to be, okay, here's the caveat. Greens. In general. Greens are super easy if you're choosing like a collard, a mustard, kales. Some kales do better going into heat than others. But overall, greens are an easy thing to grow.
Yeah, easy, very easy to grow, very hands-off, very prolific. I mean, you can get a ton of food out of greens, which I actually have a bunch that I need to clear out of my garden. So I need to make a big pot of greens.
Yeah.
But I have to make bone broth first.
Right. I like to can mine so that they're cooked ahead of time. And so I pressure can them, and I will always use my soup bones that come in from the butcher packaging for that. So
do you raw pack them with the soup bones and then just process them, or do you put broth in there?
I blanch them and then and you know, like devein if I'm doing something that's like super thick and chewy. And then I process them in the pressure canner. Now, if you cook them down first, like really cook them down and then pressure can them, they're kind of soggy and mushy. I don't like them crisp, but I don't like them soggy mushy either. I like something in between.
So what is the purpose of blanching them?
It gives them a little bit of a pre-cook, but not so much so that they're mushy when they come out of the canner.
Okay.
That's how I like it.
Okay.
And then I do them in little pint jars so that I can have a pint with fried eggs on top by myself, you know, or I can take out more than 1 pint if I'm feeding my family.
Right.
So,
yep, very good. Super easy. Greens are so easy, but you got to grow them the right time of year in the South too. Like, you know, collard greens and mustard greens are not going to grow good in the summer. That is your winter stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Arugula. Not necessarily a collard green or anything. Is it like a green or an herb?
It's like
a lettuce.
Or a lettuce,
like,
right?
What is arugula?
I don't know. I don't know that. I do know that it does better in our heat than like say a lettuce.
It does. I mean,
it just grows and produces, and it doesn't bolt so easily.
Right. Yeah. Right. I like arugula. I actually just seeded some in one of my raised beds.
I like it. I like the peppery too. All right. Last but not least, for our super easy plants, or I guess it's not a vegetable.
No.
But blackberries.
Yeah.
Blackberries are super easy here, and maybe it's a southern thing, I'm not sure. But if you're looking for something that's like sweeter than vegetables, fruitier, and you're not into fruits yet, then blackberries can be your friend. Get you a good thornless blackberry. I got started with some from my big box store. I didn't know better. I've moved them a couple of times. I've totally neglected them. I've totally mowed them over. They just keep coming back. So blackberries are the easy thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I love them.
I don't have any.
I will send you home with some.
Okay.
Because they put out shoots, like blackberries do. And so occasionally they'll shoot up somewhere I don't want them, and I'll pluck them out of the ground and put them in a pot until somebody says they don't have blackberries.
Right. Well, there you go.
There you go. So, and then we have a few herbs on our easy list also.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for herbs, I always say herbs is a great return on investment. Like if you're looking for something to save some money in the garden.
Yeah.
Those little blister packs of herbs from the grocery store, produce department are so expensive compared to what you can grow.
Right.
For, one seed pack can be less than one little sprig of rosemary.
Right. Even if you're starting with a transplant that you bought from the store, it is still a way better deal.
Right.
Than buying herbs at the store.
Yeah. So here's our easy herbs.
Yep. Rosemary. I mean, you can completely neglect it, ignore it, loves the heat.
Loves the cold.
Loves the cold.
I mean, for our cold. And we do get down into low 20s. So mine's done fine. Mine's done great. Basil.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that I get some that self-seeds.
Yeah. So basil for culinary reasons, but also for teas. Like there's so many varieties of basil that you can choose from.
That basil tea.
Like Tulsi?
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is so good. It's like summer.
And it likes to self-seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cinnamon basil, lemon basil. Like there's so many varieties you can do for that.
I left all my basil plants in the garden over winter. Yep. So I'm really hoping that I get some seeds.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. The only trick to basil is it likes to flower, and not like in a bolting way. But the flavor will change when it flowers, but it'll keep on growing and bushing out if you just keep pinching off those flowers. So keep cutting the tops off, keep it from flowering, and it'll go all summer until it gets cold again.
Yep. Oregano.
Yes.
So kind of a love-hate thing.
Right.
Yeah, like I thought I was going to outsmart it, and I planted a bunch of oregano outside of my raised bed, and now it's taking over half of my raised bed, but because it came up under the raised bed, bottom. Yes, through the bottom, and there you go. I have a ton of oregano, but I planted it once. I've had it for years. It never goes away. It loves
just
the
spreads.
heat. It loves the cold. It just spreads. So
I just moved a big patch out of a raised bed to my in-ground side to use like ground cover. Yeah, because that's what everything is in the in-ground bed. Right. It's all ground cover. Yeah, so oregano is good. And there's different varieties of oregano that you can get. Some do better than others, but definitely an easy thing to do.
Yep.
And then dill.
Super easy to grow.
Very self-seeds easy. Everywhere.
Self-seeds everywhere. You'll get them pop up everywhere. I just threw some seeds in the ground the other day along my row of cucumbers. They're great at keeping pickle worms off of cucumbers, and the tomato hornworms love it. Yeah.
And they're beautiful when they flower too.
Yes,
they're so pretty, and
yes.
the pollinators love them. And you just can't have enough dill in my mind.
Yeah.
And then you can use the foliage, you can use the seed, you can do all of it when you're pickling. So, all right. So that's our best/easy recommendations. We had 10, but I think we're over 10.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
So let's go with our most difficult and why.
Okay. Tomatoes.
Like we said.
But we're in the South.
We're in the
And
South.
Tomatoes, because of the heat, the blight,
Inconsistent rain,
right?
like
Splitting,
disease,
yes.
pest, all of it.
All of the above. All of the above. But yet we still torture ourselves every year.
Must have homegrown tomatoes. Yes, we do.
It's so true.
It's so funny that like this whole list of our most difficult are the things that new gardeners consider first when they think,
Yes.
I want to have a garden, or I want a container
Yes.
garden, or whatever, I want to grow some food.
Right.
These are the things you guys are going to go to first. And we're just trying to warn you. And this isn't like a don't grow these warning. This is a, hey, have real expectations of
Yeah.
what might happen.
And it might just take some playing around with how you're growing them, the conditions you're growing, the varieties that you're growing.
Yeah, variety's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so second to tomatoes.
Yeah, carrots.
Carrots.
That's another one. Everybody wants to grow carrots, but hello, you can't buy carrot transplants in the store.
No, I say forget carrots if you're a brand new gardener, but you do you.
Now, the easiest way to learn how to do carrots is just to go ahead on your first couple go rounds, buy the seed tape that has the carrot seeds in it.
Right.
Because then you don't have to guess on your spacing.
You don't have to thin.
You don't have to thin them. You can lay that seed tape out, just barely cover it with a little bit of soil, but you'll get a visual on how you're supposed to seed your carrots. And so when I was learning to do that, I would do one row of seed tape, and then beside that row of seed tape, I would seed my own by hand, and just mimic that spacing. So
It took me several years of trying to grow carrots
And you
before I
gotta try-
actually grew carrots.
Right, you got to try several different ways. It took me a couple of times too. Like, there's all these different methods
For planting.
for
sowing
there's
seed,
the
yeah.
board method or
Burlap.
sand trench method, which is my
Right.
favorite.
Yeah, me too. It works best.
works.
You do have to keep it moist, but
It works.
It works. Yeah, I like it. All right.
Eggplant
Eggplant. Yeah.
takes forever.
Hello. It takes forever. Flea beetles, disease.
Right.
You will grow one big beautiful plant and get like 2 to 3 fruits off of it by the time it gets cold. I don't know. If you love eggplant, find a variety that does well in your area. Now what is blah, 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 blah. What I really like in eggplant, for an easier to grow are the fingerling kind.
The Ichiban, the
Japanese
Japanese style.
eggplant, right.
Yes, those are easier to grow than your big traditional eggplants.
Right. So it's more of like a personal size, but it'll be a little more prolific. They're a little easier to grow. Kind of like the cherry tomato of tomatoes.
Absolutely. We don't love them. Every once in a while I'll grow those Japanese ones, but
I love
do.
eggplants. My people can take it or leave it. Yeah.
Yep. Squash is hard in the South.
It is.
You have a lot of bugs. Again, you have your disease, your bugs. It's
Everything wants to eat the squash.
everything. And one thing that I found that works best is to just succession sow them all around the garden.
Right. And just expect that you're going to get a little harvest off of each plant.
Yep. Yep. Or, you might have one that really takes over with bugs. Let that be a trap crop.
Or you might have one or two that just really do well. You can save seeds from those.
Yep.
And plant those next year.
Yeah, so squash, it's a little finicky. You've got vine borers, and same thing with the next on our list, cucumbers.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody loves cucumbers,
Yeah.
but they can be tricky to grow. They don't love the heat.
And the bugs love them.
And the bugs love them. They get very wilty.
Right.
You've got the vine borer issue and the pickle worm. I lose mine every year to pickle worms.
I usually lose mine to powdery mildew or pickle worms, vine borers.
But again, that's why you plant your dill with your cucumbers. It makes a huge difference. It really does.
Right.
Yep.
Brussels sprouts.
Only tried it once.
I think this is the top most difficult. If you're a new gardener, just forget it.
Especially in the South.
Especially in the South. Yeah. If you insist on growing Brussels sprouts in the South and you're a new gardener, go and learn everything you can possibly learn about Brussels sprouts and start them in the fall, the early fall. They take forever.
Yes.
You won't harvest them until spring. I don't know. Like I've successfully grown them twice in all the years I've gardened. So I still try them every year.
Right.
Okay, Brussels sprouts are a no-go.
Lettuce can be tricky. Once again, we're in the South. It's hot.
Yeah.
Lettuce doesn't like to be out in the blazing sun. I mean, I have found that the times that I have successfully grown it, it's mainly been the variety and how I planted them.
And for me, it's been luck of the weather in that season. We just happened to have the right conditions when the plants needed it.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, mine did really well when I planted them like underneath my broccoli plants and like my collard greens. That way they had a ton of shade. And the only one that I could get to do good was the Paris Island romaine.
Yeah, I like that variety a lot. Butter Crunch is another good one if you insist on growing lettuce in the South. And then Salanova is another one. I think you can only get that from Johnny's. It's like one of their varieties, but it's a good... you could do it as a cut and come again. And it's pretty heat resistant. So if you want to grow lettuce, do it in the wintertime.
Right.
Right? Like late fall to early spring and then forget it.
Yeah. Yep. Spinach.
Again.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah. If you want to do spinach in the South, look for those tropical spinach lookalikes that aren't true spinach but taste like spinach.
Yeah, like Egyptian spinach is a real easy grower for the South for spinach. It gets huge. I have a bunch of seeds that I saved from the last time I grew that.
I love how those seeds look.
They're really cool.
The little crosses. Yeah.
Well, on the Egyptian spinach, you can actually take those seed pods and like pickle them.
Oh, they're big enough. I could see that.
And it's kind of like a pickled okra.
Interesting. All right.
Corn.
Oh
my gosh.
Everybody wants corn.
Everybody wants corn, but first of all, to have corn, you need a big old patch of corn.
Right.
It's wind pollinated.
It has to be planted in a block.
Right.
It has to be a big enough block to get anything out of. It's extremely thirsty. It's extremely hungry. It's extremely bug ridden. I mean, corn is difficult. There's a reason it costs so much to buy corn.
Right.
Especially like organic corn. If you're an organic gardener, like try it one time and you'll see.
That's tough. You know, and I think that's like the key to gardening is like, you know, pick things that are going to be easy and grow good in your area. Like, you know, if you want to enjoy gardening, you might not want to torture yourself with some of these things.
Right. And even if you do like a challenge, like not everything needs to be a challenge.
Right.
You know, so like pick one thing you want to try that's a little different or a little more difficult and go with that. Give it a try.
Yeah.
All right. We have two like fruity things that we say are difficult. Strawberries. Yeah, you can have success with strawberries, but it's not an easy thing. I don't think at all.
No, I mean, I think it's easy for like 1 year, but I never have them for like the second year.
Right.
I mean, there's
right. I had great strawberries last year, and it was the first time in ever all the years I've gardened, and then they died out, and this year I have no strawberries.
Yeah.
They're hard.
I think the heat was just too much, you know, for mine, and you know, when it's August, I'm not out watering my garden. Sorry.
No, I'm not.
Sorry, not doing it.
I'm going to the beach.
Melons are kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
They just get very wilty, very buggy.
Yeah.
Do best on a trellis, you know. Now those Kahari melons, I've actually grown a few of those.
I've grown a few. I haven't had excellent luck with them like other people do. And when I do, the fruit is so small that it's like, okay, I'm going to have this, and there's none for the rest of my people.
Right.
You know, the family doesn't really get to enjoy them. So.
Yeah, it was funny. The other day, Tori and I were walking through a plant section, and there was a bunch of blueberries, and he's like,
oh.
And I'm like, oh, look at their blueberries. They look so good. And he's like, no, we gave up on blueberries. And I'm like, no, we didn't.
I have
a patch of blueberries in my garden. They just never make it inside. He's like, are you serious? We have blueberries? I'm like, Yes.
That's the benefit of him never coming out to the garden. They're mine. They're my berries.
But I told him, I said, this year we might actually get enough where I bring you some blueberries.
Oh, nice. How sweet of you. That's good. All right. And then our most difficult herbs.
Cilantro, super hard to get it going. I mean, you have to like score the seeds.
Like it doesn't like the extreme cold, but it doesn't like even mild heat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's great for a very short period of time. So to me, it falls in difficult as not worth trying if you're a new gardener.
Right.
If you do want it, like you have to have it by transplant from the store.
Right.
And know that it's going to go to seed, but then you'll have coriander.
Right.
So
there's that.
Mint.
Again, like oregano, it's a love-hate kind of thing. Like mint is amazing. There's all kinds of fun varieties, but just be prepared. Because wherever you put it,
that's where it shall live for eternity.
It is going to take over. You might find yourself pulling it out of beds where you didn't want it.
Yeah. So I don't like to use any kind of herbicide at all anywhere near my garden at all.
Right.
I used herbicide to kill off some mint.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I didn't have a choice. Like I had this whole bed of mint when all was said and done. So mint, lemongrass is another one. Like wherever you put it, it's going to be there forever. So just know that.
Yep.
So that's it. That's our best / easiest.
Yes.
So if you want to press the easy button, go with the best. And then the more difficult ones, which are really just a warning, not a like.
It's not a don't do it.
Right.
It's not a you should never grow this.
We don't want to discourage anyone from growing what they want to grow.
Because how many things on the worst list do you grow? All of them?
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Yeah.
Except for cilantro. I don't grow cilantro, but
I do. Every year I still put at least one plant in, and it's good for like 2 weeks, and then we're done. But for that 2 weeks, it's like the best cilantro ever. If you're a cilantro lover,
right?
So, which I am.
Yeah.
Like just know, like those are the caveats with our most difficult. Like those are hard. If you're a new gardener, like I said, set yourself up for success. Go with the easy things. Find the varieties that befriend another gardener in your area and ask them. Oh, you can grow, I don't know, a cherry tomato and do well. What kind do you grow?
Right.
And find out what works in your area.
Well, and here's the thing too, like don't shy away from hybrids.
Right.
Because there might be like, especially if you're in a small space and you want like a lot of cucumbers, for instance, you might want to really research out a hybrid variety that's built for production.
Right.
Disease resistance. That's what hybrids are for. That's what they're made for. So
yeah, and the key words that you're looking for in that is that they are open pollinated.
Right.
So like you use cucumbers as an example, and that's a great one because sometimes you can get a good hybrid variety that is open pollinated and you can save seeds and grow the same thing every year, buying seeds once. But some of them are sterile, like they'll have seeds that are sterile. And so you'll have to buy those every year.
Right.
So like just know what you're getting into if you insist on doing those. And I mean,
find something that grows good that works for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So what are you putting in the ground right now?
I just sowed a row of muncher cucumbers. I really like the munchers. They usually do really well for me. I put in some arugula, some bush acorn squash, some marigolds, dill. My tomatoes will be going in soon. Peppers will be going in soon. My peppers are all really small though, because I started them late. But that's okay. I'll probably just put them in pots.
And baby them for a little while longer before you put them in the ground or in boxes. Yeah. That's so funny. Like we have completely different things that we're putting in right now.
What are you putting in?
So I have put in peppers, some tomatoes. I'm direct sowing my summer squashes that we told you are hard to grow.
Right. Yeah. Like tonight I'll probably sow some scallop squashes.
Yeah. Eggplant. I mean, these are like they're baby plants, so that I started several weeks, well, I guess a couple of months ago.
Like in January.
Right. I have some, I'm hoping for a last round of carrots. I just sowed seeds about a week ago.
I was actually thinking about that.
I'm hoping they do okay. I'm not sure what to expect. Ground cherries is an exciting thing that I put in. That would be a difficult one. They're real finicky, but once they take off, they're fairly simple and will reseed themselves every year wherever you put them in.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and I guess green beans. Green beans are going to be going in soon.
Green beans are in, potatoes are in.
Right.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So peanuts will be next.
Southern peas.
Southern peas.
And
peanuts,
I have black beans on order too, so.
okra, roselle. Yeah,
Right.
all the things.
All the things.
Zinnias, marigolds. Yes, I love it. Lupine,
It's that time of year. Thank
sunflowers.
goodness. Yes, I put in a bunch of sunflowers. And what I'm doing, I did this last year with my sunflowers. Like I used to like sow them all over the garden in like their regular homes, but now I just pick one little location and I sow them heavy. That way you only have to water that one spot and then you just transplant them. They transplant really good.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I want a little bit of flowers in every one of my raised beds.
Yep.
So I kind of have that planned out to where like every other will have marigolds on this end, and then the opposites will have zinnias on that end, and they'll get a sunflower here and there. So
Yeah.
we didn't talk about flowers. What's easy? So yeah, those are easy flowers.
Very.
Cosmos are easy. Calendula is pretty easy. There's so many things that you can do, but yeah, sunflowers are always a go-to favorite for every new gardener. So I would say grow those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that covers that.
I think that's a really good list for our new gardeners to take.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
So y'all get busy, get your hands dirty.
All right, until next time.
Bye.
Bye.